Holy crap, guys. Some of these stocks out there today are just in complete free fall mode. Look at the Russell, for example. This is an index that tracks the small caps, right? This thing is down over 2.2% today, and we covered this earlier, but let me say it again. This is now down almost 10%. You heard that right, almost 10% in just the past week. In fact, it is down 10% in the past roughly month, which is just insane. You guys can see that here, and now it's falling under a key level of support at about 1790. We're at 1785 now. This could be going down probably to the lower mid 1700s. We currently have the NASDAQ down 0.5%, the S&P's down 0.7%, and we have the good old Dow Jones down 0.4%, as we have the VIX up over 9%. And who knows, guys, the VIX now is in the mid-20s. It could continue to climb maybe towards 30 before we know it. I mean, just recently, a couple days ago, it was in the teens, and look how quickly it turned around in the snap of a finger. So let's dive into some of these stocks, guys, that are not doing well today and some that are just in free fall mode. So if y'all find value, all I ask is to hit that like button and feel free to subscribe to the best stock market channel on YouTube. And if you guys want up to 17 free stocks for Moomoo, use that link down below. We'll talk more about that later. And now let's dive into it. So again, we're selling off all across the board, and there are some stocks that are green today that are not in free fall mode. Some of those include Smith & Wesson, which is up a good amount today. It's up almost 7%. Looks like it is bouncing off of the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, and it looks like, wait a second, Smith & Wesson just reported earnings. Let me actually take a look at this. I didn't even know that until right now. It looks like they just reported yesterday, so it looks like they did adjusted EPS of 25 cents versus the 22-cent estimate on revenue of $129.04 million, which beat the $125.35 million estimated. So they beat adjusted EPS, beat on revenue, and let's see, anything here on guidance. Not seeing anything here on guidance, but overall, like I said on the chart, guys, number one, we're oversold heading into the earnings. That's right off the bat. And number two, it looks like here we're getting a nice bounce off of the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which was right around 10:30. Now it's starting to pop over $11, and it looks like now we're testing and we're struggling a bit at this 11.10, 11.25 level, which you guys can see that's been resistance for a couple of weeks. You guys can see that here on the chart. So Smith & Wesson did break out of that momentarily earlier in the day when it got to about 11.45, but now again it's back under $11.15. So moving forward, guys, with this stock, it's not looking the best, but if it does start to move, let's say past 11, the mid 11s, that's where we could start to get a legitimate breakout on Smith & Wesson, ticker symbol SWBI, after they reported a beat on EPS and on revenue. So I'm going to set my alert at 11.50. Let me do that now. Mark is that we're above $11.50. There we go. Now let's talk about some stocks that are actually in free fall mode, completely collapsing right now. Starting off with number one, SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. SoFi is down 9% today, guys. After just a couple weeks ago, this thing was up and away. Do you guys remember SoFi reported earnings? It took off after earnings, and we ran all the way up to $8. Yeah, that was short-lived, guys. That was pretty short-lived. You guys can see it was at $4. And when was it? $4.50 back in the beginning of the year. So it went from that point all the way to $8.20. Now we're pushing the mid-5s again, down 9%, 55 cents on the day today. So this right now is the definition of a falling knife, the definition of a free falling stock, and it's under both moving averages, and we have a death cross. So that's not good at all. But the thing is, guys, with this stock in free fall mode, at some point it is going to find support. And if I draw out this channel, you guys are going to see right here, we are approaching a point where maybe, just maybe, SoFi could be due for some sort of relief rally. Maybe, maybe if it gets down to the lower fives, $5.25, $5.30, maybe $5.50, here where it is now. Maybe in this little range right here. So at some point, I think we're going to see a little bit of a relief rally, maybe even just consolidation, which we're not showing that any signs of that yet. In fact, again, like I said, it's still, in free fall mode. But if we do find support in the, let's say, low to mid fives, I would expect for some sort of bounce back at that point, as it is very oversold on the 4-hour chart. And really, guys, it's been down. Let's see here. How down is it in the past 3-4 days. No joke. Just 4 days ago, guys, the stock was pushing $7. So, yeah, it is down $1.50 for a stock that's $7. That's a big drop. We're talking a 20% drop. This is in a bear market in just the past couple of days. So, I'd be looking for maybe a snapback play on SoFi. We're not seeing it yet, but that's kind of what I'm looking at moving forward. Probably not today, but at some point next week, that's definitely in the cards, in my opinion. And if we pull up Coinbase, the next one, this is also in free fall mode. Based on today's drop, is down 6% in the mid-50s now. It took out the lows from back in the middle of February, also from the past couple of weeks. So now we're at a multi-week low on Coinbase. And if I draw out some levels of support, you guys are going to see here, we have a major one coming up at about $47. Let me actually, I got the wrong tool, guys. Hold on a second. 47 to 48, that's a major one. You guys see that. Another one is right about at $50. You guys see that if I draw it out. And another one here is at about 53-ish to about 54, which you guys can see. That's kind of where we're holding as of right now. So Coinbase, we are seeing a little bit of a relief rally playing out, sort of, on the intraday chart. You guys see that it hit 51.50. Now we're back to the mid-54s. But this is not anything worth writing home about yet. Yet, guys. The key word there is yet. Maybe we do get some sort of continued bounce here in the mid-50s next week, but it's kind of too early to tell. And like SoFi, guys, this is one that we're not really seeing too much buying pressure yet. It's a falling knife. And it could come down even lower. But at the same time, in that same breath, it's oversold. So it's kind of like we have to be patient and see where it ends up playing out or how it ends up playing out. But overall, right now, guys, Coinbase is down 6%. SoFi is down 9%. We have AMC down over 4% right now, which this thing has been collapsing. And honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, yes, we have a Head and Shoulders that pretty much played out well. We have a large Head and Shoulders. You guys see that right here. And then we have a Head and Shoulders within kind of the right shoulder here. You guys see another Head and Shoulders. So this thing is down, AMC, from about 850 now to 550, guys. Holy crap. It is down 40% almost in just the past almost 2 weeks. That is no joke, guys. This thing is down a lot. And if we pull out the handy dandy channel tool, let me show you guys this. AMC is technically holding this channel still, where we're towards the bottom of the channel right now on the 4-hour chart. You guys see that? So maybe this is due for a relief rally. Maybe, just maybe. Let's see how it plays out here in the mid-5s, low-5s. Now, if it breaks under 5, that's not going to be good. We'll probably start to go to the lows from the middle of February at that point, being the mid-4s. But if we hold right here, low mid-5s, we might be getting ready for some sort of bounce back on AMC. So watch out for those guys. And before we continue on here, if you guys have not gone up to 17 free stocks for Moomoo yet, what are you doing? The free stocks are waiting for you down below in the description box. All you have to do is use that link, and once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock off the bat. If you deposit at least $100, you get that 1 stock, like I said. But on top of that, you get another 4 free shares of stock, plus 2 more shares of either ticker symbol AI or BBAI, which that is limited time, guys. You have a couple more weeks to get those free stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, guys, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 17 stocks. So yeah, if you want some free money, you also want to help out the channel, use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Follow all the details on there. And with that being said, let's continue on. So there's some other stocks that are not doing well today, Palantir being one of them as well. Not a surprise considering how much of a red day it is so far today. Palantir, we have a clear Head and Shoulders that we recently called out. That played out. You guys see that here, the left shoulder ahead, right shoulder. Now we're starting to dump under the moving averages. And with this being down 3% on the day, roughly 25 cents, it is now under the lows from not only this whole week, but it seems like last week and the week before. In other words, we're now at a multi-week low here on Palantir. So let me draw this out. If I draw this out, we are 1 step away from complete free fall in this stock. And don't get me wrong, it's not looking good right now, but it could get even worse. It could get even worse if we do fall under 740. You guys can see 740 here. That was support stemming back from the past month and a half. If we fall through there, the right shoulder is going to gain a ton of momentum on Palantir, and this could be going back just like that towards the $5-6 range, right? It's just the reality with these stocks. They're very volatile. When markets are doing very well, there's a low volatility, these growth stocks tend to do extraordinary well. They tend to have these crazy rallies, which we've seen with Palantir, which we've seen with SoFi and Coinbase. And then when things turn to the worst, man, oh man, do they get clobbered, like we're seeing right now all across the board with these different stocks. There's other ones that are going down on the day. Chewy's down. This is about to free fall potentially under this trend line if it does end up breaking, which right now it's holding the trend line. We got to give it the benefit of the doubt, but if it falls under, let's say, 38, 35, 32, man, it's probably going to get ugly from that point. So keep in mind, guys, a lot of these stocks right now, again, are not doing well considering the overall how the overall markets are doing. The jobs report came in higher than expected, which we talked about earlier. Make sure you guys go check out that video that I uploaded earlier. And I guess with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. It's going to be a rocky next couple of days, in my opinion, in the stock market. So get ready, guys. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe not only to this channel, but my second channel, Stas Talks Money. If you guys didn't know, I have another channel where we talk mostly about money topics, general finance, personal finance, things like that. Not so much stock related, which is this channel. So if you want to see more money focused content, money, personal finance, stuff like that, Stas Talks Money, go to that on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to also get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. Check out the Patreon and get up to 12 stocks from Webull. All of those are down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.